Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. You are watching the New Year's Eve edition of Friday Night SmackDown. It's a new day, a new generation. It's 2011 tomorrow night. That was really stupid, I'm sorry. Anyway, we are right on the cusp of a brand new year, and what bigger and better way to get ready for that new year than tonight's episode of SmackDown. We are kicking things off with a tag team match. Two sets of teams that have announced that they will both be participating in the Royal Rumble match, getting ready for their matchup tonight. It's Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio up against Tyson Kidd and Christian to kick things off. What a great tag team match this is going to be. St. Louis, Missouri. I've been there. I've been to that place. I have. Not very much, but I've been there.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, the first one to come out here tonight, and what a moment it would be if he were to win the 2011 Royal Rumble. 4 participants from SmackDown confirming that they will be partaking in the Royal Rumble matchup. From Raw, we have so far got a confirmed participant of Batista. ECW, we know that both the Big Show, Kane, and Cody Rhodes, all 3 of those, will be participating in the Royal Rumble. And from SmackDown, we now know it'll be Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Tyson Kidd, and Christian. Playing field slowly filling in for that 40-man Royal Rumble match. Tyson Kidd and Christian have announced that they have disowned the Misfits. Last week they felt that they were the tag team of the Misfits, and it was out of sheer respect that they competed against their superiors in the team, The Miz and John Morrison, but they were really hoping to be shown a little bit of respect from their air-quote leaders, which is why they've left them behind, and here tonight they will be debuting the brand new tag team name, the one that they already mentioned they would be calling themselves in the past. You're looking at Team Canada, folks. Tyson Kidd and Christian. Good for them. Good for them for moving on from the Misfits. Misfits here tonight, John Morrison and The Miz, they could be the next WWE Tag Team Champions. Things are looking extremely favorable for them, as they are going to be going up against Heath, Slater in a handicap match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Slater's partner, Justin Gabriel, still not cleared to compete. Can Slater somehow overcome the WWE Champion and Intercontinental Champion to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships? Unfortunately, I'm heavily leaning towards no. That is not our main event tonight, though, as we have got a #1 Contenders match for the WWE Championship. And boy, is it a strange one.
And their opponents, Christian and Tyson Kidd.
A very, very strange one indeed. The Rock, who has been on a hell of an upward path to the WWE Championship, is set to compete tonight against the only man who, believe it or not, is ranked above him in the ranking system. We don't know why this is. This may be an error in the system, but he's the only man, and to be fair, The Rock's never faced him before. So tonight it'll be The Rock up against R-Truth in our main event, a WWE Championship Contenders match. The winner faces The Miz for the title at the Royal Rumble. Will The Rock finally have his time? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that is coming your way tonight. That is after a WWE Tag Team Championship handicap match. But not to be outshined by what is coming up next. I cannot wait to see this. For the first time since attacking Kofi Kingston 2 weeks ago on SmackDown and costing them a tag team title match, Evan Bourne has said he will compete in singles competition next. It will be him against another member of the Cruiserweight/Light Heavyweight division as he prepares for the Royal Rumble in a few weeks' time, where he will face Kofi Kingston and take away the one thing Kofi Kingston truly cares about, the light heavyweight championship. We'll talk more about that later on when Evan Bourne faces off against someone from the light heavyweight division. But Evan Bourne has got a lot to say. As I said, I will talk about that later on. Speaking of light heavyweights, though, all 4 of these are actually eligible to enter that division should they ever choose to. Tyson Kidd is a former light heavyweight champion. I've always felt like it's a championship that Rey Mysterio would carry with great pride, but obviously I can respect. Same with Christian, as a matter of fact, that when you've already held the Intercontinental or WWE Championship, going to the light heavyweight title, it can feel like a little bit of a step down in terms of your potential, and I can respect in that sense why it is that maybe they're a little bit reluctant to try and do so. But if they did, I feel like it's not necessarily about like the championship and what it means currently, it's about what they can make it mean. Someone like Rey Mysterio could really put the light heavyweight championship on the map, but I'm not trying to count out the current champion Kofi Kingston. I think he's definitely got what it takes too. Kofi Kingston's first title defense in 4 weeks' time against Evan Bourne, his former tag team partner. But as I said before, I will talk about that more later on. Talking about this tag team match, though, all 4 of these looking to be in the Royal Rumble, and SmackDown definitely offering a different playing field to that of Monday Night Raws and ECW's. As I say, Monday Night Raw so far confirming Batista for the Royal Rumble. They can't really confirm too many others right now with the tournament going on to determine contenders for championships. They don't actually have enough stars at the moment that aren't busy with those. You know, obviously, naturally, you can expect people like CM Punk, Kevin Nash, Vader, Edge, Randy Orton. You can expect them all to want to be in the Royal Rumble, but they could be facing off for either the World Heavyweight or World Tag Team titles at the Royal Rumble. It's too soon to tell, so that playing field will be a bit of a mystery for now. But as I was kind of getting to the point of before, you know, over on Raw and ECW, with the likes of Batista, Big Show, Kane, you're looking at some real super heavyweights. Admittedly, Cody Rhodes fits more into what SmackDown's offering, which is that of a much smaller stature. But they are the ones that I think have the better endurance, and those that will endure and survive. And of course, let's not forget that one of the members that SmackDown has entered, right there on the corner in white and red, Christian, is in fact the only current Royal Rumble winner as it stands. Will he be the first 2-time Royal Rumble winner? That would definitely be a moment. The one you would not forget anytime soon.
So far, this has been a very competitive tag team match.
Christian has been campaigning everywhere online. Vote Christian and Kidd for Best Tag Team of the Year, and Christian for OMG Moment of the Year. He is insisting, vote Christian.
Tyson Kidd is so smart. He knew exactly what was coming.
Of course, the Slammy Award results coming your way soon. Oh no, no! How could this be? Christian! No! Team Canada, man. Team Canada. Well, I said before that he felt like not being WWE Champion was a step down, and with the Royal Rumble looming overhead, I guess the ego got the best of Christian. He's the only Royal Rumble winner to date, and he wants to focus on that. He just left Kidd for dead, and the pure shock of being laid out by his own partner took Tyson Kidd out, closing out 2010, and Team Canada never even was. Oh god, that sucks. Well, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero are victorious, and I'm happy for them at least, as they continue to succeed in the tag division. Maybe one day a tag title opportunity down the line for these two. As we move on up next, Evan Bourne goes into one-on-one competition. I've been told he will be facing off against one of the greatest light heavyweight champions to date, Zack Ryder, next. And I have plenty to say from Evan Bourne.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 214 pounds, Zack Ryder.
Well, Zack Ryder is, of course, as I said before, one of the greatest light heavyweight champions to date. I think he still, to this day, holds the longest reigning record. He's a 2-time light heavyweight champion, and he always feels like he's right on the cusp of getting that championship back. Right now, they're focusing more on his tag team with Alex Riley, but tonight, It's about the light heavyweight division, and it's about trying to pick up an all-important victory for Zack Ryder, someone who really started his career off hot this time last year. He's the first ever Cruiserweight champion. Oh, whoops, I didn't delete the team. No, he's not. Evan Bourne said that people can cheer for him or they can boo him, but he is not going to change his behavior because he is in the right here. He is the better man, and he is above being booed and being hated for doing the right thing. Kofi Kingston showed this man nothing but pure dismissal and disrespect. Evan Bourne sat on the sideline for over a month, just waiting to be teamed up with Kofi Kingston, but Kofi was too busy fixating on his fantasy of teaming with The Rock that he completely dismissed who he called a best friend and left him to do absolutely nothing here on SmackDown. Evan Bourne said that he's felt nothing but aggression, nothing but anger, and he feels sorry for anyone who's got to step in the ring with him because he's going to hurt them. He says that whether the fans cheer him or boo him, he doesn't care, because from this moment onwards, Evan Bourne is doing things for Evan Bourne. He is doing the shooting star press simply because, or airborne as he calls it, he is doing those moves, those flashy moves, not to try and get cheers, not to try and entertain, but Evan Bourne from this moment onwards is doing it to show how incredible of an athlete he is, and he cannot wait to rub that smile off Kofi's face to ruin everything that Kofi threw away when he takes that light heavyweight championship and leaves Kofi with absolutely nothing at the Royal Rumble. I can't wait to see this match, to be honest. I gotta say, it's really hard to see Evan Bourne as in the wrong. The man was completely left behind by Kofi Kingston. Evan Bourne said when Kofi won the light heavyweight championship, yeah, he got a little help from The Rock. Yeah, Evan didn't interfere, but that's only because Evan likes to play by the rules. And frankly, if Kofi can't win a championship on his own, he doesn't deserve it. Where was Kofi when Evan Bourne accepted an open challenge for the light heavyweight title? Where was Kofi when Justin Gabriel and Brie Bella screwed him out of the light heavyweight championship? Kofi never had Evan Bourne's back. It was only ever about winning the tag team titles. Evan, the moment Kofi won the light heavyweight championship, he came out, he celebrated, he embraced Kofi Kingston, he gave him that special moment of winning the light heavyweight title. And what happened right afterwards? Kofi continued to ignore Evan, continued to try and team up with The Rock, to the point where he was upset that The Rock wouldn't team up with him for the tag team titles. And even The Rock pointed out, Kofi's got a tag team partner already. He needs to focus on that guy. And it was only there and then that Kofi even bothered giving Evan a call. And that was why Evan did what he did. So in a way, it's really tough. I can't hate Evan Bourne. The guy raises a lot of fair points. He was there for Kofi. He did celebrate and raise his arm when he won the light heavyweight championship. He gave him everything he possibly could, and he just kept waiting and waiting to hear from Kofi Kingston. And after getting absolutely nothing up until a tag team title match that Evan didn't even win a Contenders match for, he was just dragged into because The Rock didn't want it. Yeah, I could see why he'd walk out on that match. I could see why he'd turn that down. And Bourne now demanded a light heavyweight championship match. Teddy Long said he ain't going to turn down a money match like that. And Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston are going to go at it for the light heavyweight title at the Rumble. And I gotta say, if Evan Bourne wins at the Rumble, he's not wrong either. Kofi Kingston truly will be left with nothing. It's a very interesting situation. It really is. I'd like to hear your thoughts, everybody. Who do you side with in this? I mean, I know the day where Evan Bourne turned on Kofi Kingston, I saw the comments. I saw so much support for Evan and what he did. But all the same, how do you feel about comments where Evan Bourne says he's not doing anything for you either? This isn't about entertaining anymore. This is about Evan Bourne winning for Evan Bourne. Does that make you feel okay? Do you still support Evan Bourne despite that? I mean, I get it. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's upset. Maybe if he wins that light heavyweight championship, things will turn around. Zack Ryder is really getting a beating from Bourne, and I mean, he said he wasn't going to hold back. He said he had a lot of frustration, and he was only going to play to the fans for his own self-satisfaction. only because he knows how good he is.
And the pain has to be shooting through his face. You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men. Watch it. And momentum turns 180 degrees.
Evan Bourne now. Airborne connecting.
Hooking the leg. One.
The move he does just to show how damn good he is. And just like that, Evan Bourne knocking off one of the best light heavyweight champions of the last year. Like it was nothing.
Here's your winner, representing the Alliance.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Wow, this rivalry is an interesting one. I can't wait to see Kofi Kingston back in action next week. What will Kofi have to say after everything Bourne said? Bourne with some very strong points as he picks up the victory. And the fans right now still seem to be very much in the support of Evan Bourne. Well, in a small update for tonight's tag team title match, we've been told that apparently Teddy Long approached Heath Slater and said, "Don't you worry, pal. I done it for you. I've got your back on this one. I don't want to see Miz and Morrison as the tag team champions either. And whilst nobody wants to team up with you, I did find one guy who is willing to team up with you if it meant he gets to hold the tag team championship should you guys win tonight." So Heath Slater could win the tag team championship with a different partner tonight. I mean, I guess it still counts as the same reign, but it will be a swapping of tag team partners. So what I'm saying is, who Slater's teaming with tonight isn't officially the tag team champion, but he will be competing in this match, and if he wins, I believe Gabriel will no longer be the champion, but this man will. Teddy Long says he managed to find one guy who was willing to team with Slater because he wanted the championship that bad. I am very curious, but at least now we've got an official tag team match.
Following contest is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And introducing the challengers, the Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison, and the WWE Champion,
The Miz and John Morrison, who I haven't updated, I forgot to do that, but they are officially no longer being referred to as the Misfits. They are a team of equal value. They are simply now the Miz and John Morrison. The Miz and Morrison for short, or Miz and Morrison for short, I should say. No longer all about the Miz. These two respect each other a lot, and they are competing as equals. Some bromances never die. Just like the United Kingdom with Wade Barrett and William Regal. Some people manage to stick together when the groups fall apart, and for these guys, it looks like the Miz and Morrison, they just love each other too much. Hopefully they don't end up like Team Canada. For God's sake, don't end up like Team Canada. We can't lose any more teams.
is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champion, Heath Slater.
Well, Slater has absolutely no idea who he's partnered up with tonight. He's got about as much of a clue as the rest of us. I feel like it's a hint to say that he's been partnered with someone who was desperate enough to actually hold the championship with Slater. You know, the core have definitely not made any friends here on SmackDown. But I can't help but wonder, who is desperate enough to team up with Heath Slater? Who is willing to go up against the WWE and Intercontinental Champions? Maybe it's a big deal. Maybe it's a real incredible tag partner for Heath Slater. Oh, right. That does make sense. Unofficially. Unofficially. That may be the only time you ever see that man wear a championship, folks. Jerry the King Lawler, also known as the man who is clinging on to glory with everything he's got. He just wants that one run as a champion. I should have known, really. I mean, the guy did the same thing with Shawn Michaels. Jerry Lawler will team with literally anyone if it means he gets a championship. I wonder if he'll be in the 2011 Royal Rumble. Jerry Lawler and Heath Slater. What a combination. Southern pride. I think Jerry Lawler's from the South. And Heath Slater's from... I mean, Virginia kinda counts, kinda doesn't. To my knowledge. I think that's what Snazzy told me, you know, because he's from Virginia. And, Jerry Lawler's from Memphis, Tennessee, which I feel like that is the South, I feel. But I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, so I'm just going to shut up. Well, The Miz and Morrison looking to hold all the gold on SmackDown, and if they can beat the team of Heath... Oh my god, Slater is huge. Why is Slater so big? It's like a character modded to be in, like, giant mode. What is up with his character models, man? They're so weird. I don't think they fix him until, like... He's not in 15, I remember that. He was one of the ones that got cut. I don't think they fix Heath Slater until, like, 16 at least. 17, one of those two. Because I know he's huge in 14, because I remember downloading a CAW that looked way more like him because of that. Well, this is going to be a tough one for Heath Slater. He's up against the Intercontinental and WWE Champion, and he's teaming with a man he's never teamed with before, he's got no chemistry with, who is just desperate to hold on to a championship. This is a really tough one for Heath Slater when I think about it. The Miz just recently went through Shawn Michaels in an incredible TLC match, and John Morrison went through an awesome 4-way TLC match featuring John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, and Booker T to get to where he is right now. Like, this is no laugh matter. These guys mean business.
Boy, I can tell that's a fact. It looks like they'll have to have your lips surgically removed from his backside.
Very interested in tonight's main event, The Rock facing off against R-Truth in a Contenders match for The Miz's WWE Championship. Will The Rock finally get that one-on-one match with The Miz for the World Championship? Can The Rock become WWE Champion at long last in the 2011 Royal Rumble? I feel like 2010 has been a really touchy year for The Rock. Heath Slater already favoring the head.
Hard shot to the skull.
And he's up against two of the absolute best. The Miz is an all-around favorite at the moment for the Superstar of the Year award. I mean, I can't really say I'm surprised. The man is literally the only Triple Crown champion to date. Started off the year as an Intercontinental and WWE Tag Team Champion and closed the year, possibly WWE Champion and WWE Tag Team Champion, with the man who is also holding the Intercontinental Championship. I would say The Miz has had a phenomenal 2010, and I respect why people have been saying that he should be the Slammy Award winner for Superstar of the Year. That will be revealed this Monday on Raw, the New Year's edition of Raw, assuming people vote. Actually, no, it won't, because I'm probably going to record that tomorrow. So, no, it won't. Jerry Lawler has not even gotten tagged into the match.
Morrison's defined himself now as one of the great innovators in WWE history.
Yeah, you never know what
Heath Slater is just getting ambushed by these guys. John Morrison running over. And just like that, Slater almost had the tag. I really don't know what Lawler's going to offer there in this match, but the Intercontinental Champion beating on Heath Slater right now. Slater doesn't want to get injured like his partner Gabriel. I-rake. That could be the opportunity that he needs to get the tag to Jerry Lawler. Heath Slater is in control of the Intercontinental Champion. A victory tonight over the Intercontinental Champion or The Miz, whoever he could get a pinfall on, is going to do wonders for his career. And here comes Jerry Lawler. Oh. Morrison very quick on the connect. Lawler's desperate, man. Lawler wants that moment of glory, so much so that there are people who believe that it was Lawler that took out Triple H, you know, a month ago when the DX was supposed to get their rematch for the tag team titles.
You've won over 200 championships. You're probably the most decorated superstar in the history of our...
200?
He breaks the hold.
200? What? Am I missing something?
Oh, that can't feel good.
Well, you'd know.
It won't take long for the aggression to escalate quickly in this one.
Jerry Lawler trying everything in his power to get some control of this match.
Good job getting to the ropes there.
Do we have new unified tag team champions?
We don't have unified tag team champions, so no.
That's gotta hurt.
Morrison trying to get some offense in, but credit where due, Jerry Lawler. I mean, in a way, desperation can be your best motivator. That's what we're seeing right now from Jerry Lawler. If you're desperate enough, you can pull out some real impressive stuff.
Aren't you in this thing too? I guess the difference is people
Hurt breaking the fourth wall.
that's a putz like you.
Lawler.
Nice backdrop.
Oh, he's calling for something. Could he seriously put away John Morrison?
Come on, Jerry.
Into the corner.
Too slow.
Nice reversal by John Morrison.
What's he up
Morrison
to
has been a real breakout star in 2010. We're getting a little carried away there. John Morrison has been a real breakout star in the year 2010. Honestly, whether you love him or hate him, I gotta say, some of the things that we've seen John Morrison do this year, when you think about where he was last year, you know, that team with R-Truth, the lack of success, being on Superstars, and you look at him now, teaming with the world champion, holding the Intercontinental Championship, wins overtaking his losses in the win-loss column. This is a man who has turned his career around big time.
It's a big fight feel here in this arena. The WWE Universe hanging on every move. And this seesaw battle has changed again.
I'm seeing some real great back and forth between Morrison and the King. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Jerry Lawler, as I say, desperation is motivating him hard right now. Tag made to the WWE Champion, and here he comes. Undisputed champion, may I add. He is the top man here on SmackDown, and he has really shown it. Former Intercontinental Champion with the longest reign under that championship's history. Former WWE Tag Team Champion. First ever WWE Tag Team Champion. First ever Intercontinental Champion. Money in the Bank winner. WWE Champion.
That's all right, because I despise you with every bone in my body.
Turns him around. Miz. Skull-crushing finale. Cover on Jerry Lawler. Heath Slater is nowhere to be seen. And the Miz and Morrison have captured all the SmackDown gold, barring the Light Heavyweight Championship. Wow. It was 1 year ago, almost to the day, that The Miz won the first ever WWE Tag Team Championship match with a redacted name. And here we are, almost an entire, just over a year later, and The Miz is once again a dual champion, only this time he's holding the WWE title with the Intercontinental Champion John Morrison. What a year it has been for The Miz and John Morrison. What a way to close out 2010 for these two, and I can't wait to see what 2011 has to offer. They didn't even need Tyson Kidd and Christian. These two are going to run SmackDown just by themselves. But it could be over before it even starts for The Miz, because up next he's got to find out who he's going to be facing at the Royal Rumble. Will it be R-Truth or a man full of determination to take that championship away from The Miz? I'm talking about The Rock. That is our main event, and it's next.
Approaching the ring, representing the crew, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 235 pounds, R-Truth.
R-Truth, somehow, someway, ever since The Miz won the WWE title at Hell in a Cell, through the rankings, through a loop, as he was it Hell in a Cell he won the title? I think it was. Ever since then, R-Truth has secretly been at the top of the rankings for the WWE Championship for a long time, but obviously with Survivor Series and bragging rights and Stone Cold getting his rematch, and then TLC, Shawn Michaels finding his way to the top after getting a non-title victory over The Miz, R-Truth just never got a Contenders match. He never got that shot despite being a top-ranked star on SmackDown. We're not really sure what it is that pushed him to the top, but he's been #1 for months. And here's the man who is right behind him right now.
And his opponent, from Miami, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, The Rock.
I am very interested to see how this match plays out. R-Truth, definitely not the man he was a year ago when you talk about where people were a year ago. 1 year ago, R-Truth was dancing and singing and taking losses left and right, and he definitely did turn his career around when Mark Henry beat him into taking things a little more seriously. I've definitely got to say that we've seen a different side of R-Truth in the last year, and it's an impressive side. R-Truth and The Rock, you got to believe whoever loses this match will definitely be in the 2011 Royal Rumble. 40 men, I think we may be seeing some people compete twice at the Royal Rumble. They may be in their match earlier in the night and also in the Rumble. I don't know how else we'll get everyone in. 40 men is a lot. There's 21 in total on Raw, including champions. There's 26 here on SmackDown, including champions. And there's 15 on ECW. So not very many people are going to get left out. Could be in for some real surprise participants though, you never know. R-Truth elbowing off The Rock and catching him with that bulldog. Don't underestimate R-Truth. I know The Rock's been on a hell of a roll lately, including that big battle royal last week where he'd won, standing tall over the likes of John Cena from SmackDown, as well as was it Kane and Cody from ECW, and CM Punk and Randy Orton from Raw. Right now, R-Truth. I mean, I gotta say, Miz versus R-Truth sounds just as interesting to me as The Rock versus The Miz, but in terms of things that I feel like, you know, we're an impending amount of time, at some point The Rock is going to get that match with The Miz, whether it be at the Royal Rumble or inside the Elimination Chamber or on the grand stage of WrestleMania. If The Miz can hold on to the title for that long, The Rock is gunning for him. He wants The Miz. He wants that WWE Championship. I don't necessarily think it's The Miz he's so very interested in. It's interesting to think that if it weren't for The Rock turning down teaming up with Kofi Kingston, The Miz may have not become WWE Tag Team Champion. It could be Kofi and The Rock holding those tag team titles right now. One thing's for sure, I think it was inevitable that Evan Bourne was going to turn on Kofi Kingston, though, the way Kofi has admittedly been pushing him to the side, and R-Truth there just went face first into the turnbuckle. Nice reversal by The Rock.
And the People's Champ connects with a hard right.
Can't wait to see when stars like Triple H and The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin are able to return here to SmackDown. Some real top names, including Justin Gabriel. I don't want to miss him out. He is a top guy here on SmackDown. Some real great names that I'd love to see back here on SmackDown. I'm hoping for some surprises in them returning in the Royal Rumble. Just like I'm hoping to see Drew McIntyre, William Regal, and Sheamus from Raw. I'd love to see them all kind of make their comebacks and compete in the Royal Rumble, but will we? That is the question. I don't know. A lot of injuries going out left and right on both the Raw and SmackDown brands. Admittedly, ECW been injury-free since it started. Big Show took some minor injuries at the hands of the Powerhouse and Jack Swagger when he lost the ECW title, but he was definitely not severely injured to the point where we did not know when he would return. His return was imminent, and he is back, so it's very different. R-Truth taking a moment just to tell The Rock off. You gotta be careful with that, Truth. You don't want to waste any time in the ring with The Rock. Float over neck breaker. Very nice. Elbow drop to the chest of R-Truth as The Rock tries to get some control back in this one. I gotta say, R-Truth has really held his own against The Rock. This is the final episode of any show in the year 2010. This is in fact the final match of the year 2010. It is the 31st of December today, and this is the main event of Friday Night SmackDown. We are so close to a new year. Truth holding his head after R-Truth connected. I mean, after The Rock connected with some pretty devastating blows. And it looks like he's going to try and get this one over quick. Gotta wonder where Mark Henry and Booker are tonight. Are they perhaps waiting out back for the right time, or are they going to just let Truth go at it alone for this one? Sometimes the crew can play a lot more respectful than others. I feel like a match this important, Truth may have requested to try to prove that he can do on his own. Truth is, of course, a former light heavyweight champion, but that is all he has held. Booker T, a former Intercontinental champion. Interestingly enough, the leader of the crew, Mark Henry, never won a championship, but also never pursued one. You gotta wonder if it's literally the confidence of Henry showing there, the fact that he feels he can get one just whenever he wants. Going for that sharpshooter on R-Truth. I heard the reversal sound, but got locked in it anyway, and R-Truth couldn't reach the ropes. That is a very disappointing way to have that end. He was a fingertip away from the ropes, but it looks like it is The Rock heading into 2011 as the first contender to the WWE Championship. Will this be the sight you see at the end of the 2011 Royal Rumble? Will The Rock defeat The Miz and win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble? I think there's a lot of people that say yes, but I think there's a lot of people hoping God no. But either way, whether you love him or hate him, The Rock is the #1 contender for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. That is a stone cold fact, and I cannot wait to see what a match between him and The Miz will entail when Brie Bella isn't there to taint The Rock's chances at winning the WWE Championship. Thank you all for a fantastic 2010. I can't believe it, another year in the books, a full year for the first time in the books, considering it initially started in November of 2009. We now finally have an actual entire year in the catalogue as we start 2011. Plenty of changes coming your way, plenty of big moments, and of course the Royal Rumble is the best way to kick it off. But I'll see you guys Monday night on Raw, the January 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw. So we start a new year. Oh wow, the second Raw in 2011 is my birthday. Wow, look at that. Wow. Amazing.